I was listening to a podcast discussion. They were talking about how buffalo head into the storm because they know they will then be in the storm for less time. And I was recently going through a pretty challenging time, and I started to wonder, why is this so hard? Because I've already been through much more challenging, more difficult things. And one was having to look my own mother in the face and tell her I have value, while she looked back at me with this disdainful look, the same look that I've received from her for as long as I can remember, from not all the time, but from time to time. And that's pretty painful as a kid and as an adult to feel like, your mom despises you. And through all of these previous times that I'd received that look, I stayed pretty silent. Because I was too scared to not be accepted. But on this day, I couldn't do that to myself anymore. I couldn't stay silent anymore, because in doing so, I was not accepting myself, which was the worst part of all. So in speaking up, I didn't change anything about our situation, but what I did change was myself. And so that is who I did it for in that moment. And that action then changed every moment for me after that. I was able to take myself to a point of self-acceptance where that didn't hurt anymore, that whole past, situation. The fact that I was able to take myself through that and have it not cause me any pain anymore, that's a pretty big challenge to overcome. So then I was thinking, why is this thing so hard? I've already been through the hard stuff. And I used to get really angry about, the past situations. Even if somebody would ask me, how's your mom doing? I would get really mad, like triggered, because I was still dealing with some pain there. And I don't anymore. I don't feel anything. I don't think, which that's I think that's pretty cool, to be able to overcome, all of that. But anyway, so as I'm going through this other challenge, I was wondering, why is this so hard? Why does it hurt so much? Because I just feel like after what I've gone through, things should be easier. And so I was thinking more and more about this, and I realized something so cool. I said to myself, wait a minute, this is easier. It is so much easier. Yes, I'm still sad. I'm still having a hard time, but I'm also still relatively happy. And so bringing this back to the buffalo, I just want to say, confront the storm, confront the issue, do the hard thing, because it will get easier once you do. And that day, I remember that moment that, I was getting ignored and dismissed and gaslighted again by my family. And I'm just sitting there, and on the inside, I was just so hurt and so triggered. And I was thinking to myself, what, are you just going to sit here and just keep taking this? And so I was really scared, in that moment, to go through that storm, to confront the issue, to stand up for myself. In all other areas of my life, I have and I do take a stand, and I do stand up for myself. But in this one, and this was a really big one. So anyway, it was hard. It was really challenging. I write about it in my book, Where's My Mustard? How to Let Go, Attract, and Achieve, A Quest to Self-Empowerment. And so you can check that out on Amazon if you like. I have lots of other tips in there on how to overcome challenges and achieve goals. But this is another thing that I love about curiosity, because I was sitting here going through a tough time, feeling sad, and I got curious about why it was hurting so much. And then I realized, and I got curious about other things that I had taken myself through, and that helped me to feel so much better. And it helped me to say, wait a minute, this is much easier because you did do that work. This is still hard. It's not easy, but it is easier. And life, the challenging parts of your life can get easier too. But you want to go through the storm, and you can do it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, I invite you to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.